Hello there everyone, my name is Samskralo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, what are we seeing in Bitcoin? Oh wow, what did I tell you in the last video? Well, yeah, Mr. Spot On strikes again. So I told you, don't trust this breakout just yet. It turns into a fake out, and in this video let's talk about what's coming and what does this whole thing mean and what are the current price targets, what are my trades that I'm gearing up for. And also, I want this video to be a bit longer. I want to discuss very important things like yesterday's Jerome Powell speech in Paris. Then also want to discuss some on-chain data that is very important right now, because if you want to be a professional investor, professional trader, you really need to understand market sentiment, on-chain data, and what is happening, because you're not just one of those crazy people who says long or short. You need to understand what is happening behind the scenes. And also, guys and girls, you're going to be very happy to hear this, but I'm working on my brand new Discord channel where there's going to be actual signals of mine that I'm taking. So we have a big trading community on Telegram, but for the signals themselves, we're preparing to create a Discord channel, and it's in the making right now. So join my free Telegram channel right now, because that's where it's going to be announced, and stay tuned for that. It's going to be insane, and you're going to get a chance to basically copy everything I'm doing and make all the same money I'm making. So right now, just technically, let's get back to the technicals after we go over all the fundamentals. And just remember, guys and girls, that these kinds of things are very important, and understanding of technicals, fundamentals is very important, but also trading on the right exchange is also very important. And down in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, you'll find up to $12,700 in initial deposit bonuses, up to $8,000 with BitGet, really good platform, with up to $4,100 with Bybit, also a great alternative, and up to $600 with Binance, also a very great exchange to trade at. So use my links down below and claim all the insane bonuses. So right now, Fed, because everybody was really scared, because yesterday in Paris there was this big conference about digital assets, blah blah blah. So and there were a lot of very important, prominent financial figures from all over the world, Jerome Powell being one of them. And everybody was scared. What is Jerome Powell gonna say? Is he gonna say something terrible? So basically, to cut it down to the chase, I've been watching the whole thing yesterday, and in reality he didn't really say much. It's just to put your mind at ease. And the reason why the Bitcoin actually broke down wasn't because Powell said something. So during this conference, what he really said was, again, all the same stuff, like the real need for more appropriate DeFi regulation, citing very significant structural issues. So he talked about DeFi. He also talked about, stable coins need more regulation because of Terra Luna, blah, blah, blah. So all of them actually said pretty much the same thing. So there isn't really very much to worry about. And the regulation is coming, and that's a good thing. And I told you this so many times before. So it's not really that big of a deal. When it comes to this actual breakdown, let's quickly get back to the charts before we go to on-chain data. So the real reason for this breakdown was the actual, breakdown. It basically simply followed the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, because everything is just breaking down. So just at the market, US Open has just followed it, and that's pretty much it. So there is no significant reason for the drop just yet, but it gives us a very good insight into what we can expect from the market. We're going to talk about it in just a few minutes. So, and just quickly, the target for S&P right now, as I am seeing it, the weekly chart is better for this. We are seeing the next target really here is this order block. I think you're going to just technically agree with me that there is an order block here in the vicinity from $3,400 points all the way up to 3550 is going our current target for this potential, maybe some kind of a slowdown. So this is what Bitcoin is following as of right now. So let's quickly move to on-chain data. Let's quickly talk about some on-chain metrics that are very interesting, and then we're gonna come back and talk about the technicals and targets, etc. So number one, this is something I really wanted to show you, and this is Bitcoin median transfer volume. It just shows what is happening historically, whereas the bottom coming in just historically in terms of on-chain data, and currently the structural decline of the median transfer volume appears to be in the process of gradually flattening out. This softening of trend suggests the market may be entering a phase of relative stability, indicating that the network is close to a full detox of speculative interest and is approaching an equilibrium baseline of users. So, indicating, this detox of speculative interest. we're gonna see some more data. I'm not really sure we're there yet, but in terms of the curve itself, right here, it's interesting how you can see it definitely is slowing down a little bit. And I mean, it is also evident in the price that we are not really going down as much as we were. For example, we had some consolidation here, but then, you know, a breakdown. But right now we are actually slowing down a little bit. So, and the same thing is gonna be in BBWP, that there has been, let's go to the daily chart. So it's been a while since we had an expansion phase into the extremes, which usually is followed, you know, this is just basically a volatility indicator. So that's why, you know, we're waiting for a massive breakout out of this flag formation, which we're going to talk about in just a couple of minutes. So therefore, there is definitely a slowdown. But does this really override the macro environment right now? And seeing that we're still above, in terms of the median transfer volume, still above the previous areas here, the previous cycles. But then we have to understand that the market itself has actually matured and became bigger and stronger and just more liquid. Therefore, you know, there could be these kinds of bands, you know, higher, and just going upward. And this could be an interesting trajectory, because this is basically trying to time the bottom, which is, I know, very crazy and very difficult to do, but an interesting observation nonetheless, because we have this pink one is the capitulation in median transfer volume, bam, or this one, bam. Same thing is here, bam. Then we have equilibrium, that's basically accumulation phase, we can also call it, and then the expansion, this green one. And this could be potentially us entering into this accumulation phase, equilibrium and median transfer volume, which is just followed by, you know, a side movish activity of any bear market, which could be trying us to time the bottom and saying that 17K could have been the bottom. So let's move on to this one, and this is Bitcoin spent over volume H bands. So this, I know it sounds all very complicated. Let me just explain it in very simple layman terms. So here you're gonna see the mature coin distribution to the transfer volume is at its high historical lows. So this basically shows how much of the transfer volume of the coins moving back and forth are, you know, this mature coins of hodlers, of people who are invested long-term and long-term believers, the old coins. And we can see that it's going to all-time low here, just like we saw them going down to all-time low in this vicinity, and also here and here, basically. So it was basically also signaling the bottom, which is quite interesting right now. Again, this is not predicting the price to the dollar, so to speak, but it gives us an insight as to what we could expect in a 6 months horizon, as an example. That's why it's very important to understand these things, because this is not more, it's not much about trading as more about investing, because we're doing some trading here and there. It's all great. We're making good money. But I mean, I'm invested heavily. I mean, my investment in the crypto is far beyond $1 million at this point. So that's why for me, this stuff is important to see, like, when are we going to finally, you know, slow down this drop curve, so to speak. Now, the next thing is this one, which is also very interesting. And this is currently wealth held by mature coins is at the all-time high, due to the dominant investor behavior being a refusal to spend despite exceedingly uncertain global markets. Thus, almost all market activities being conducted by the same cohort of young coins repeatedly changing hands. As the number of young churning coins incrementally decreases, it can lead to an eventual supply squeeze if and when the market tides turn. So this is, again, shows us that, you know, right now all the market movement really is driven by, you know, young investors, you know, all these weak hands that jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, and bring a lot of volatility. And then us long-term hodlers are just sitting there like, okay. So this is like quite interesting that we can actually see these things. But here on this channel, we're both long-term investors as well as traders. And I mean, I haven't sold a single Bitcoin, a single Ethereum, a single XRP, a single altcoin I have. I've been actually buying more because I believe in the future of this industry. So the next thing is also very interesting chart, which also like screams bottom right now, really. And this is the CDD90, and it has reset to what is effectively an all-time low, ignoring pre-price history, signifying that older coins are essentially the most dormant they have ever been. I mean, this is a good indicator, really. This emphasizes the historically significant scale of hodling which is taking place in the market, and adds weight to the case of extreme hodling being the dominant investor behavior. And we can see this right here, that currently, let me make it a bit bigger, we're going below this support line that has been just historically the lowest point really for Bitcoin. So this is where we are at right now. So then, the question is, when in terms of investing, really, is this a great time and to start, DCAing, basically dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies? And the answer is definitely yes. And again, if you want to be trading on BitGet, you can do also spot trading, and they have 0% spot trading fees. So you can actually buy crypto for free, basically, on BitGet if you use my link down below. And they're also licensed in the United States, so that you don't really need any VPN or anything. And it's all legal, clean, and safe in the United States especially. So use BitGet, and again, all the insane bonuses to BitGet you'll find in the description of this video, as well as in the pinned comment. And the bonuses are absolutely crazy. So if you use my link down below, you're going to be getting all of these insane bonuses, including cashback on your futures trading credited back into your account in the way of rebates. So if you're going to be even a break-even trader, BitGet pays you a salary for being an active trader, so you will at least break even, or you're going to actually make money even if you're not really a good trader. So this is absolutely amazing. And again, up to $8,000 initial deposit bonuses, $20 sign-up bonus for simply using my link, etc. So now we have taken a look at all the interesting macro things. Now let's take a look at technicals, because technicals right now are very important. I'm going to tell you exactly like what am I expecting, and the big catalyst that I mentioned in one of the previous videos is coming. And for me, seeing this rejection, honestly, I was thinking that, okay, if we're not going to be breaking down just yet, going down here from this squeeze that we're seeing, then, if we're going to break above, we'll probably go and retest 21,000, just, all this resistance level that we have, and just jog along and do something before we actually break down, if there's going to be a macro reason for us to break down, or finally break above and consolidate, go into this accumulation phase. So both of which are easily tradable and very easy to predict, see, and just act on. So it's a very basic type of trading, very simple, and has made me a lot of money in my life. But the thing that it just rejected downwards, right, immediately. So it gives us an inclination, shows us how weak the price really is, because I spoke about the EMA ribbon, and look, we went into the EMA ribbon, and when I was making the video, the price was right here, and I said that this is big resistance for the price, and look, it just got pushed down so much, unbelievable. So right now what we are actually waiting for, and we are waiting for not this, we are waiting for the PCE data to come out, and just after tomorrow on the September 30th, which again, if it's gonna be something unprecedented or something that the market hasn't priced in, because the market currently, again, the market is, where is it? Oh, this one right here. So the market currently is forecasting 4.7. So that means that currently we had 4.6. So the market is pricing in an increase. So if it's going to be something like 4.8, I mean, this is definitely going to be sending Bitcoin break this support that we have, the most important local support, and it's going to send us on our way to the current target of this breakdown. If we're going to break down this wedge, so to speak, this flag, then our target will be, I would say, just conservative target in between $12,000 and $14,000. So everything that I've said in the previous videos is just spot on, absolutely spot on. And we are currently waiting to see what is going to happen, because with this kind of weakness, I think that the actual break is going to come on the 30th, when the PCE data is going to come out, because it's going to have big implications on Fed's monetary policy, whether Fed is going to keep crushing the high-risk assets. And until then, I'm not really going to take any trades, unless there are going to be some small scalp trades, but this is going to be more for the Discord channel. So join my Telegram channel right now so that you're notified when I launch my Signal channel on Discord, which is going to be absolutely epic. And so until then, I'm still very bearish, especially seeing this rejection. I'm not really expecting any up moves right now, maybe in this vicinity, but the big deciding factor is going to be PCE, and for now I'm just waiting for a potential break to lower prices. This final capitulation, final washout, final deleveraging event before we enter the accumulation phase, and what we've seen just right here. So this is what's coming. I think that bigger, because, you know, seeing all this on-chain metrics is great, blah, 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 all these, you know, models, and that's why the same thing, RSI, VWAP, whatever it is that you want to see, you know, all these indicators, they're all great. But at the same time, I think that in the current macro environment, macro events are predominant. Therefore, I think that we're going to see lower prices. But if not, that's good, because we're heavily invested in Bitcoin. Guys, I'm going to link a tutorial to BitGet right here. Check it out. I show you how to trade Bitcoin on BitGet. Click on it. It's a quick video. You're going to see all the benefits of BitGet and also how to trade Bitcoin on BitGet as well. As always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay rich. Make some noise down in the comments. Call me Mr. Spot On. I love to see it. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.